Welcome to this course on applying network science to maps of science. This course will let you introduce in the topic of network science and how with these contents you can work with maps of science that can provide you a panoramic of the research in one area of your interest. This course will be structured in 6 lessons. Now we are going to present the course, the teachers, and the contents that we are going to deliver. This course will be delivered by 3 teachers, Alberto Conejero, who is the one speaking, and I will be introduced the part of network science and graph theory. The second one will be Miguel Rebollo, who is computer scientist, and he will introduce the part of visualization with the software Gephi. And the last one, Enrique Orduña, who works in scientometrics, and he will introduce the part of maps of science and also how to show them with Boss Viewer. This course will allow the student to generate, visualize, and interpret academic and scientific networks, which are called science networks, in order to be used in making strategic decisions in her research career. At some point, you will have to take decisions on where to go for a stay, what to analyze, which are the more trending topics in your research area, and also to see how are connecting the journals citation one to the other. So in many cases, it will be interesting to analyze this information and the panoramic that will be provided with networks. It's very visual and it will illustrate very easily how is the situation or the panoramic in one research area. In order to introduce what are scientific networks and these maps of science, I'm going to show a small example. Here you have a Scopus, which is a research database where you can search for documents, authors, etc. And suppose that we want to know what is the panoramic on the research of COVID. So we put as a term to do the research COVID and we conduct this research. So this was an initial research conducted in 2020, and what we saw is that there were 677 documents. At the moment that you are going to see this video, you will surely there will be thousands related to this. So here, for these documents, if we want to know what are the main areas or the main topics that are studying related COVID, we are going to try to analyze these through maps of science. The tools that will be used or these tools for visualization, what will require is that you export this information as a CSV file and later to process it. One of the tools that we are going to use is Boss Viewer, and this first example I will do it with it. So we upload the information, we will see of course how to develop this information, and here I'm going to introduce 2 maps. The first map is the one that you have here. In this map, what we have selected are what are the most significant words in each abstract or title. We have removed all the stop words, and we are connecting each word will be represented by a node, and 2 words are connected as long as they are shared by the same title or the same abstract. We can set a threshold, not put all the connections, but probably 2 words are connected, it at least appear in some number of titles or abstracts. And also, this software lets you to cluster and to organize the information by colors and tries to assign colors to the words that are more closer or more connected. So here, what do we have? So on the one hand, we see on the top of the slide that the topics are related with health, with it's appearing the coronavirus, it's related with travels, it's speaking about the evolution, the human transmission. On the left part, we have topics which are related with the clinical course of the illness. On the right part, the topic is related to the outbreaks that started to appear worldwide in February of 2020. And later, other topics are related with recommendations, quarantine, prescriptions, also to the disease, and what is more important is to research is how to treat this this illness in order to save lives. So here, if we can have a panoramic of what are the most common topics that are considered here in this in the research, or when it was starting the research in this topic. In the second one, what we have is a map of co-authorship. So we have that the most significant here were the most significant names of the researchers that have started to work in the topic, and two researchers are, we say that they are connected if they are appearing as co-authors of the same title. This is one option. Another option, it could be that two authors are connected if one cites the other in order to determine clusters or research clusters. And here we can also assign colors to the authors that are working in the same topic or which are more connected than the others. We will see these metrics along the course. So it will also let us to find who are the leading researchers in a topic and who are the researchers that are working at the same time in same group, or they are working with each other. So as we see, the information of the nearly 700 research articles can be easily visualized, which are the connections and the structure of all these research works among the others. And this will be one or the main topic that will be introduced in this course. Apart from studying the basic principles of network science, to study how these let us to visualize research information into graphs. The course will be structured into 6 units. The first one will be to introduce what is network science. The second one to speak about graphs. We will see that is more or less, it's nearly equivalent to speak about a network or a graph. Network is more accurate if we are speaking about the statistical properties of the connections of the nodes among them, and graph if we are thinking more about the heuristics or the algorithms along them. In the second part, we will see how to generate a network, and we will introduce the network metrics that will let us to introduce the descriptions of the networks, how to compare the networks and to see how dense or sparse these networks are. All this information will be shown through Gephi visualizations. And Gephi is an open source software that will let you to visualize this information. And it can let you work with networks of any time. It's just if the information is provided in a CSV file, you can upload and you can work with it. As an application, and it's very important since this course is for the formation part of the doctorate program, is how to work with academic networks and which software is the most used in the part of scientometric, and try to assign metrics to science. So the course will be structured in 4 units, and the 3 first units, each one is split into 2 lessons. In the first lesson, we are going to speak about network science and to introduce what are the domains in which it is applied. In the second one, we will use the basic part of the network science, which is the notions about the graph theory, which are the mathematical part of representing data sets or elements by connections. The third one, we are going to study metrics on networks. And the fourth one, we are going to see how to visualize the networks with the software Gephi. In the fifth one, we are going to speak about the notions about the scientometrics, or how to study or quantify the research items and impacts. And in the sixth one, we are going to use both viewer software in order to represent these networks with a software which is specially addressed to bibliometric information. And the last part will be your final work of the course, that will be, as we will see later, one topic of your choice. The structure of the course you will have as a content slides, videos, and readings in order to get more information about the topic. and this will be the 20% of the grade of the course. And the 80% will be related to projects about data that you will download and you will convert into networks and the analysis that you will perform of these networks. You will have a questionnaire that about each lesson, and the course is made up of 5 questionnaires. This will be 20% of the grade, and the lower grade will be omitted for grading. There will be one proposed work by the teachers. This will be 40% of the grade, and there will be also one work proposed by you, the students, that will be the 40% of the grade. And we expect that this topic will be related to your research interest in your thesis. Concerning this is related with the grading systems, and we also want to mention that you can contact us by email, by chat through Polyformat, and also by Teams. All doubts and questions and queries you can make it through these tools, and if needed, we can meet together through Microsoft Teams tool. So this is enough in this presentation, and we are going to start in the next video with the content of the course itself.